And I'm going to move.
Yeah. If we walk,
Go
oh
ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I want to deploy the crystal service, but talk while I deploy the
Yeah.
crystal because it's the same process.
Yeah. So while you deploy the crystal service, exact same process. I'll talk through real quick. The CDK deploy, what's actually going to happen? We're going to go and we're going to update CloudFormation to expect three copies of that task instead of one. CloudFormation is then going to go talk to the ECS API and it's going to make that happen for us. Those are then going to be registered in with service discovery, which is all backed by Cloud Map and Route 53. Once those tasks are up and healthy, service discovery kicks in and traffic starts getting routed to them. And once traffic starts getting routed to them, then our front end application will reflect that and we'll start to see traffic hitting all of those copies of tasks rather than just the one that's running.
Yep. And so as you were talking, I just had this up on the screen here so you can see the desired count changed. We now have 3 tasks running within the service. And of course, I can do this in the UI. I'm just very adamant about not doing things in the UI. We try to do it programmatically. Less humans, more robots doing this for us.
Yep.
So,
What does our graphic look like?
boom. So we are now talking to all 3 Node.js backends. And so in parallel, we also have the Crystal service that's deploying, which this is a programming language, full disclosure, I'd never heard of until you, Brent, and this workshop. And I'll let you
Me
explain your
too, by
intent.
the way. So I had been going and talking to lots of people, and all I ever heard about was Go. And I was like, I need to write a third service. I want it to be in a third language. And you know, I thought about Python, but then I thought, everyone loves Go because essentially it's compiled. And but I, just wanted to be different. Didn't want to write something in Go. So I found Crystal and Crystal Lang, and it is essentially a Ruby syntax that you then can compile, and it runs incredibly fast. So it's like all of the things that you love about Ruby, that syntactic sugar, without all of the things that you hate about Ruby, the ultra slowness. So so yeah, it's pretty great. Compiles down just like Go does, and you end up with a single binary artifact. So that's what this is doing, and one of the reasons that I put Ruby in front is exactly for this kind of demo where we're auto scaling, because to try and outscale Node.js or Crystal, it is like so difficult because those things are so fast. But Ruby's easy to outscale because it's so slow. So that's why it's the front end application. But yeah, you can see that we have Crystal up now,
Yep.
starting to roll in service discovery wise. Tasks are starting to pass their health check, and then the front end is starting to realize that there is one, at least in AZB, and that'll continue to evolve, and we'll start to see AZA and C if we scale up.
Yep. And
I don't know how many did we deploy? One or three?
of the Crystal service,
Yeah.
we deployed 1.
Oh, okay, cool. So it'll just be AZB.
Yeah, so just 1 for now. But so we have 5 minutes left. I think let's kind of recap what we did and all the cool
Yeah.
things that have happened. So as you can see here, we successfully deployed our first microservice, which was our front end. We were able to send quite a bit of load to that front end service. We enabled auto scaling, and we were able to see the service scale out on its own without any intervention. I slept through the night. I wake up fresh and ready to go. I'm not angry at my 8:30 stand up because I was up at 3 a.m. I'm not yelling at people, which is fantastic. And anyone who's worked with me in the past knows that when I get woken up on call, I was just always angry the next day. I wish I wasn't, but I was. I tried not to be. Um, but so we were able to deploy that front end service and get that going. Then with service discovery, we were able to connect the front end to our back end services that we deployed. We started with one Node.js service. We had a container. We were able to span that to three. It's across three availability zones for that high availability. Um, and then we were able to deploy a Crystal service. So we deployed three microservices. Um, we deployed a lot of stuff with what I'd like to say is a pretty minimal amount of code. I mean, it still exists, right? It's not completely, you know, one or two lines, but we were able to build a lot with a little, and we did it all with the CDK. So um, next, what we're going to do tomorrow is in between, you know, Brent and I bantering, and Brent telling his stories, which I always love. I don't know if we got a story today, but Brent, I need a story tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, all I could think of were 3 a.m. stories, and those are never good.
Yeah, those are stories we just keep in and harbor anger and
That's
resentment for the rest of our lives over. Um, so, what?
Sounds like Flying Meat, by the way, also has a story because he's responded in the chat. Poor you, 8:30 stand up time.
Right? Like oh man, that person. What was the name? Beyond Meat.
Flying Meat.
Flying Meat. Flying Meat gets it. Um, so tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this environment up and running today. I may redeploy. I may bring it down and redeploy it tomorrow. But what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to look at CloudWatch Container Insights, which we can see how we can get even more detailed level metrics into our services, our tasks, our cluster, and then do some load testing and really see how granular we can get with our logging and our metrics and monitoring for our cluster and our services in the cluster. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Brent, anything else you want to add?
Oh, that's it. I hope you guys come back tomorrow. Check out CloudWatch Container Insights with us, and we'll find out about container specific metrics.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.